Good afternoon, everybody. I am Ronnie. I teach biology, environmental science, which is not AP. It's a remedial course for students who are unsuccessful on the HSA. And I teach Project Lead the Way Biomedical Science at Lackey High School. I wrote a letter last month to the Board of Education and to the County Commissioners. I'd like to thank Chairwoman McGraw, Board Member Palco, and Dr. Hill for your thoughtful, detailed, and honest response to that letter entitled, "We Need Help." I really appreciate your input, and if you could pass that along to Dr. Hill, then I appreciate her input as well, executive staff members. That letter really outlined the situation we're in with the budget crisis, being compensated for the work that we do, the huge problem with teachers believing that they're going to leave this summer and not come back because they can't afford to live here anymore. It's such a high cost of living area. It's really difficult for teachers with less than 5 years of experience. I know it's a dead horse, and I hope and pray that you've heard that from more than just me. I hope everyone that you come in contact with that works for the system mentions that. So let's move on to something else. If we can't solve that, if we're stuck, if we're paid the same thing for 2 years or 3 years, how can we make our lives better and our students? Materials of instruction. In the science department, I've worked at 2 high schools, McDonough and Lackey, Henry and Lackey. And it is like scraping pennies together to buy the smallest little thing for a science lab. We are not adequately funded to teach and instruct in the way that we could enrich and embolden our students' experiences to motivate them to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and math. I don't know what your department budget is right now. I think it's $5,000 per school. I really think if we can do it to increase every high school department budget by $5,000 to $10,000 perpetually starting in August. We need new equipment. You go to McDonough in Essential Supply Closet and you walk in and everything's 40 years old. The microscopes are 40 years old. The test tube racks, the trays. I couldn't find enough glass slides this year at my school and cover slips to conduct a lab for some biology classes. You have to go door to door and beg and knock. Luckily, I have friends in other buildings and I can borrow sometimes. Can I borrow some of your solutions? Can I borrow some of your racks? I'm out of this and out of that. So I don't know if this gets brought up much to the Department of Instruction or Supervision, but material of instruction dollars really needs to be increased in science. I can't speak for anyone else, but if it's happening to us, I'm sure it's happening in other departments and subjects. So thank you for coming tonight, board members, executive staff. Really appreciate your help.